Hello Aries, and welcome to your March reading. So I meditated on your energy, and here are the cards that came out. Here's what Spirit wants to talk about. So first card was two cards, and I have the Five of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. Five of Pentacles, we know it's kind of a sinuous energy there, all about that lack mentality, and not just about what we possess, but also about our own value, sacrificing for others because we think this is how I'm gonna have value, or not thinking we're enough, or whatever, in that sense. Then I have Judgment. So there's a change of this happening. And I see it with the Page of Cups also. Because the Page of Cups is all about grabbing an Ace of Cups. So when with the Five of Pentacles, of course, we don't grab the Ace of Cups. We give it to somebody, even if they don't give it to us in return, or so on. Or we refuse ourselves to receive it because we believe we can't, or we don't deserve it, or so on, whatever. That in that case, that can be just self-love. A bit more of self-love will go a long way into rising what we allow to receive. There's a judgment here about this. And here, after, I have the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is ruled by Venus. Okay, he's like a Taurus man, but apart from that, he is ruled by Venus. He is abundant, but he will not sacrifice for nothing for the well-being of others if that leaves him out in the cold. He will not do that, because he will cherish himself first, and then he will give his overflow and so on to others. He understands balance, and he allows a lot of abundance towards him. So we're talking about your masculine aspect here, whether it is somebody concrete outside of you or the mirror inside of you, of your own masculine that takes care of making things easy for you in this three-dimensional world. That's the King of Pentacles. He finds solutions. He knows exactly how to deal with things to bring abundance into this world. Under the Five of Pentacles, I have the Four of Pentacles. When we don't allow much to ourselves, we'll be most often than enough in that very restrictive, I barely have enough to serve, because this is how much I allow myself to receive. But you're probably the kind of people that did so much for other people that if you would actually receive from all of that, you'd be rich. But that's not how life works. So we're holding on to what we have because we're afraid to lose even more. And probably attracting people that are not very generous towards us either, because we're not generous towards us. Not because we're not generous to others. Mirrors do not work like that. Mirrors show us the part of us, sometimes the best parts of us, and other times the parts of us that needs to be improved. So if you have people that are not generous around you, that are unavailable, that cannot be there for you, you have to look at, are you there for you? Not how much you give to others and how much you sacrifice, but are you there for you? But judgment is coming, and judgment is us, our own judgment. All of a sudden we're conscious of all these parts of us that were hiding like dead people here in their coffins under the water, because there the coffins are floating on water and they're back into our consciousness. Oh my God, I see myself going there. I know exactly where that comes from. My education, my this, my that. But there's the trumpet of an angel. There's a wake up call here. And I'm at a position where, Ace of Cup, I see exactly what the universe wants to give to me. That extra cup here that I was refusing to take. There it is. And I actually need it. What's under our King of Pentacles is the Seven of Pentacles. And you need that Ace of Cup to have that Seven of Pentacles transform into an 8. That garden does not give any fruits. I'm working, I'm doing my due diligence, I'm all there doing my thing, but the leaves are brown and I can't receive the fruits of my labors yet. What actually makes this life here worth it? Enjoyable, pleasurable. It's because my King of Pentacles maybe wasn't working for me. My own King of Pentacles. Under all of this, we have the Seven of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. So that understanding of the balance of give and take. Six of Pentacles is balance. And of course, when you look at that, you say, well, you know, this is not balance. There's two poor guys and a rich guy. How can that be balance for the universe? But in the eyes of the universe, the principle of balance is, you see, if you give out of sacrifice, leaving yourself here suffering, unconsciously, whether you want it or not, you're creating expectation. I hope they will appreciate what I'm doing for them. I'm sacrificing here. And I hope they will be there for me when I need. And then you're kind of surprised because usually nobody will be there when you need if you're in the Five of Pentacles energy. The Six of Pentacles, him, so of course creating expectation, then disappointment, and then who wants to receive from sacrifice? People feel bad receiving. There's no joy nowhere. Here, the principle is that one should be fulfilled to the rim and then overflow. And from that overflow, I will give with no expectations whatsoever. This guy, to show that, this guy, it's obvious he's not expecting these beggars to give it back to him next week with 10% interest there. He's just giving it to them. And here he has a scale to make sure that things will be balanced, that he will not give what he needs, but only the surplus. And so they can receive with no, okay, I got that, but now that means I'm going to have to give something else in return. No, it's free, so they can actually just enjoy it. That is balanced. And here with the Seven of Cups, of course, this is Venus in Scorpio. And here we have our little Page of Cups. When we're in the sacrifice mode of giving and so on, then when we look at what is in front of us, at the people, how do they feel about me, what is there, we're all mixed up with our old, see, this can be all sorts of hopes and expectations mixed with old wounds where I was betrayed and I was left out in the cold and this is going to happen again. And there it is. So we don't even see what is in front of us. We're mixed with all our emotional projections here. Judgment. Ace of Cups. There's that ace, that new Ace of Cups to clear out the confusion. Allow more self-love. And self-love and self-worth are not the same thing, but they play on one another. Somebody can know their self-worth and still not love themselves, but just know their worth. There we have the King of Swords. That is our masculine, that knows his truth, that speaks with integrity, and so on. In that case, see, when things are very clear, like in the King of Swords, there's no disappointments and there's no heartaches. There's agreement instead of expectations. And under here, our King of Pentacles and our Seven of Pentacles, whoops, I have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands, everything is on the surface. Now my relationship with others is not mixed with all sorts of passive expectations or whatnot. It is clear and we can celebrate and have fun. It is the end of a cycle. And here, Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. This is the beautiful balance of the feminine and masculine in the Pentacle world, in that element within ourselves. So that means the one part of us that will allow abundance in, because we always receive as much as we value our worth. So that's why self-worth kind of limits what we allow to receive. Low self-worth, we receive low. High self-worth, there's no limit to our abundance. Queen of Pentacles, she has high self-worth. Some people, to give her stuff, she's like, thank you, and it's normal. I will enjoy it, and it's fine. I will give you the joy of giving because I am having fun receiving it. There you go. I know whatever I intend to do, I will have what I need. I am supported by my King of Pentacles within me that will find solutions, that will work and do what it's needed for me to be at ease and in abundance. So I would tell you this is like a sign of the end of struggling, because you understand something. Bottom of the deck, Hermit. So this is following one's light, one's understanding, and it becomes like a wisdom there in your daily life. So, okay, let's clarify this for Aries. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Aries for the month of March. Okay. So let's clarify that Five of, okay, Page of Cups again. Five of Pentacles, Page of Cups, clarified by the Page of Cups. Eight of Pentacles instead of the Seven. What do we need? Water. To water that garden. And what is water? Love, self-love, peace, serenity, just that vibration, joy. Joy into what we do, and rising our self-love, rising our self-worth. There you go. Will actually make us see, yes, I'm putting this into that, I'm concentrated into my growth and so on, and I will see results. Show us the judgment here. Ten of Wands. Nine of Swords. Oh, and I have this, the Eight of Swords that is there. So that's why we have the King of Swords, because this whole idea or concept was something that it's almost like your mind wasn't wrapping itself around it. Ten of Wands, that's the end of a cycle of the way you used to do things, of what you've been carrying on your shoulders. Maybe you were taking responsibilities that weren't yours and you weren't able to actually drop them because you probably had all the arguments in your mind. Okay, now no, because they need me, or no, because I can't do this because X, Y, Z, and that's it. My mind is just not wrapping itself around it, but I'm miserable, Nine of Swords. I don't know how I can just keep up like that. Judgment will make things clear. Ooh, I understand. I understand that I need this to rebalance things, how things are happening in my life. Let's look at that King of Pentacles. My own King of Pentacles within myself cannot just work for other people. Queen of Swords, the Fool and the Sun. Now that is enthusiasm, that is faith, and that is a brand new perspective of how I see things now. I have that extra wisdom of the Queen of Swords, and I am the no bullshit queen. So that means where I would have, done a sacrifice for maybe people that wouldn't have appreciated it at all, would have maybe just taken it for granted. Now I'm like, ooh, wait a minute. Now I see clearly what I'm doing to myself when I'm doing this. And now I love myself a bit more. So I will be very clear when I express myself that these are not my responsibilities. I am dropping this. And I will feel good about myself. Okay, let's look at that Four of Pentacles. Six of Swords. Leaving it behind. Wheel of Fortune. You understood something also. You understood how to manage yourself. Manage your energy. Manage your time. And what to expect from others and what to expect from yourself. There's going to be a switch there, which is going to change here the circumstances of your life. You are now in peace with letting go of things. And a big thing also, letting go of being appreciated. And that's a weird thing to say, isn't it? But sometimes we sacrifice for others, and there we're spreading ourselves thin and so on by the hopes of the other saying, "Oh, what an amazing person you are, Aries. I see everything you're doing, all the sacrifices, and finally I am appreciated." But then here we realize with the Six of Pentacles, I have to appreciate myself first. King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. They have no problem with self-appreciation. And here, I will not need to sacrifice in order to feel that. And that is going to change a lot of things for you. Show me here the Seven of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. Your mind finally reaching your heart that it's okay to take care of yourself first and then give your overflow. Yeah. Two of Swords, Three of Swords, Two of Wands. So what is my truth? Because when we are sacrificing, Five of Pentacles and so on, okay? And sacrificing, it doesn't have to be bleeding somewhere, Sacrificing can be just, stepping on ourselves a little bit, Oh, I'm invited somewhere. I'll do the dishes so that they appreciate me and they want to invite me again. Or, just going out of my way, even when people don't ask. And just because I want them to be happy and so on, I don't dare asking for support. I can manage myself and so on. That brought a lot of disappointments and heartaches. That's the state of being that brings that. Two of Swords, time to make a decision. What is my truth? What is the truth? And then Two of Wands. It will be my new way. Because I'm dropping the old way. Now with the judgment that is coming during this month, you're actually going to wrap your head around this and say, you know what? Yes, this is true balance. And I'll be okay with it. And yes, let's take that Ace of Cup here to rebalance my Five of Pentacles. Rebalancing your value through self-love. Emperor with this. Seven of Pentacles again. Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. And here I have the Seven of Swords. So it's almost like Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords. It's a good thing the King of Swords is here, and it's a good thing you're actually making a decision about all of this. Seven, this is when we have our mind is not working for us at all, our way of thinking. It's actually disempowering us. So since with your Emperor, which is all of your kings, how you've managed your life, how you stood your ground, how you put your boundaries, how all of that was Seven of Swords, disempowered. That Ace of Cups will help to rebalance this. The Seven of Swords. Swords is thought, hair, belief. So that feeling that you had of this, your mind was probably telling you you're right. That this is what life is, or this is what is making you a good person. If you start putting yourself first, you'll be a bad person. So then you sacrifice even more. And then we wonder, why am I so miserable? Why are people like this around me? Because they're mirroring this to you. They're doing to you what you do to yourself. If I sacrifice myself, they will sacrifice you. King of Swords. This is how mirrors work. Five of Pentacles, Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is the mirrors of our lives. How the people, what they show in their vibrations of their cup. Here you have in the middle the Chalices of Hermes and the Red Lion of Alchemy. Transmutation. This is, we grow from the mirrors of our lives. That's why everybody you meet is a teacher in a way. What are you showing me about me? If you're showing me this, you're going to make me feel like that. Why? Because I do it to myself. But now, King of Swords, this is very clear for you. Or it's going to be very clear for you. And you're going to drop a load of responsibilities, of burdens on your shoulders that you used to keep because your mind was ordering you to keep it because of your beliefs. This is changing this month. Let's look at that 7. Okay. Magician and strength for your Seven of Pentacles here. So instead of, putting in work and efforts and all of that and not seeing any results in your life, here, Magician, I'm in my power of manifesting the life that I want. The Fool, the Sun, King of Pentacles. Here, two more major arcanas, the Magician and Strength. I will not manifest from my lion being my ego, my animalistic side, where I believe this to be the best way to be. I will manifest from my higher self. And if you see those two, and my higher self understood something about balance here with that Judgment. And if you see those two, they're the two characters that have the infinity sign over their head. With the reflection, I'm not sure you can see, but the Magician and the Strength card have that eternity symbol. So this is how the universe kind of works, always creating itself. The invisible flowing into the visible, the feminine into the masculine. What I believe is what is created. The Magician understands that. So he creates from his higher self. That's why he's got the white dress, like the Strength card. All of his elements are on the table and upright. That means his pentacle, his self-worth, is not in the Five of Pentacles, but it will be balanced like the Six. There it is. And the cup is full. It's not lacking for himself and giving it, my heart on my sleeve to everybody out there, but not to me. No. Then what would he manifest? What kind of magic wand would appear? It would appear things like a Five of Pentacles. Understanding how magic works here. The magic of life. Okay, let's look at that Queen of Pentacles, the World, and the Four of Wands. So your understanding mirrors. Chariot, another major arcana. Tower, and Page of Sword. Knight of Wands here. But anyway, all of a sudden here, the Chariot is movement forward. Okay, movement forward spiritually. If you read tarot on a very basic three-dimensional way, it's your car. But if you read for the soul, this is movement, spiritual movement forward. When our unconscious and our conscious, our anime is moving in the same direction, we are aligned with our aspirations. That's why he's got a 8-pointed star on his head here. And he's not like holding any reins. He has that same baton with a flame on top and in the bottom as the Magician here. He has that understanding. The number 7 is a master number. Why? Because we have the 4 directions, up and down, and us in the middle, actually mastering our mind and our emotions and our will and all of our elements into our focused aspirations and going into one direction. No sabotaging, no whatever. Us in the middle being a master. That's why all the other 7s here, I'm putting a lot of efforts and I'm not seeing any results. It's because my decisions here are not aligned and are not mastered. 7 of Swords, then it's my mind that is not playing the game right. That is screwing me, self-sabotage, or letting others disempower me. My mind is not mastered. Tower, awakening with an understanding of the Page of Sword here. What I used to think, now I don't think that anymore. In order for me to grow, I have to change the way I think. So if this resonates for you, Aries, this is what is probably going to happen to you in the month of March, which is beautiful. How should you call that? I'll call it no more sacrifice. There you go. So the people that read that are there doing this, you'll recognize yourself. So on this, my beautiful Aries, I'm gonna send you all my love and light for the month of March. And thank you for watching, sharing, subscribe please to grow the channel. Thank you for thank you for your comments. I read all the comments. Thank you for the, well, if you want a private reading, the description is below. You write to me and I'll send you a file with all the info. Thank you for the ones of you that gave donations. It helps more than you think. And on the new moon and the full moon, I do a ceremony to give you back from the universe. And of course, if you're like this, you don't receive much. But if you're like this, then yes, you can. All right. See you next month.